aggressives, you're gonna be in for a rough time already. Because as much as I think the Lulu Cog lane can do well and survive, if played well for Ruler and Lance, they should be able to still maintain okay. I can't. I love this. We're gonna talk a lot about. This is it's really good. Shyvana is incredible. The one thing that's really surprising to me about this is that generally with Shyvana you want compositions that have bot side prio because she snowballs very well off of early Drakes. But really liking it, and the Hecarim to end on the Gen G draft works very well together with the Nami. It's a very strong offensive pick.
And here we go. Game number 1 will begin.
As wow, Smeb against not the Shy. CJ enters Shy. Like that's
yeah.
Doc
Tongues. Yeah, he's one of the guys there. As here's a big trade being taken by Kingen. Here's where the Ignite could come into effect, but he's trying to get the flash out anyway, as the Q not quite off a cooldown, but you can see what the Shyvana, even at level 4, is able to do to the GP.
How incredibly frustrating that is. Doesn't have Ghost though.
No Ghost, he has a Z, but no chance for him to get out of this one, even with a ward. He was trying to be safe, but the second he steps up to the lane, he is just 100% dead. You can see that Ruler and Lehen's not in a great spot.
Yeah, should not be able to dive, but at the very least, I'm going to get a charge here. Peanut just there to make sure that they can try and mitigate the damage that's going to come through. Lehen's still level 5 though, so no wave, and without the wave there is very little he can do here. Ooh, Kingen has Ghost and his ultimate available. 2-man Goon Squad making their way over.
And you see a Ruler about to arrive as well. Kingen just waiting for that one. Is he going to hit his ultimate? He finally picks it up, but too much damage is coming out here, and Peanut doesn't even have to use his Onslaught of Shadows. That's going to be a second death, unfortunately, for Kingen, as the Shyvana is being punished hardcore. Yeah, Kingen's going to get there in about 7 years, as Peanut is here, and you can see that the wave is being cleared. They're able to pick up that third plate here for death, but no turret is given on over. Zeka with the crown. He's just trying to survive. He's just trying to farm here against Chovy. Take a look at this. I mean, Kingen can't even enter the lane. He's just jungling on the top side of the map right now, as he will eventually get up there. Yeah, I mean, this is what happens when you have to lane swap into the Cog Lulu and you're a melee champion. Like, at least he's got barrels, otherwise he wouldn't be doing anything. As here's Peanut and a Cannon Barrage, as looks like Beryl is in for a world of hurt, but he does have the Wild Growth, and Lehen's and Doran are not able to catch up and actually do any follow-up damage. Meanwhile, nobody's in the top lane. Ruler's going bot, and so Kingen is able to get a nice big chunk onto the top turret as well.
For Gen G, they still have a really strong comp. If they can find some of these big wombo combos, but the execution needs to be so crisp.
Wow, Zeka is forcing this fight. We got Teleport and Pyosik coming down to the bottom side. Kingen is here. Toby with his flash available, just gonna push the dragon away, as now he's gonna put up that sun turret, and he realizes Pyosik's here as well. This is gonna be the alley-oop for Pyosik, as he does take that down. Death Tier trying to hold on to this turret, and actually baits Peanut into this one, has to flash to get away, and the turret will go down, so I suppose a win at the end of the day for Gen G. But now the counter push coming in here, that Peanut is out of the fight. They can begin to come in here. The tidal wave is going to help push them away for a little bit. But you can see the Q going to land. He's going in. Pyosik looking for the kill. Onto Ruler. Not quite going to pick it up, as the Cannon Barrage will be forced to come out here. And DRX will be able to get away. Fight in terms of the first couple of hits. But other than that, you're not in a good spot, as Chovy is going to just be rooted up. He was on vision the entire way, as now he's going to get Deft behind the wall here. Deft with no flash. Beryl flashing over, trying to save him there, as here comes the Shyvana. And they say, no, we got Chovy.
Chovy, I think, has the right idea, where you just go for a build that one-taps. And I think the crit build for Gangplank offers much more, I one-tap Lulu when she dies. As, oh, Peanut's running.
trying to get in here. It doesn't look like there is smite, obviously, because this is Shyvana top. And so they will be able to pick it up. DRX here. Peanut will cheekily just gallop by and pick up this Rift Scuttle.
They don't really do a whole lot besides the threat on Baron is...
Okay, they're going to kill the Hens. They really wanted to kill the Hens, and in fact they will. It's a big mistake, as now, with no Nami, no tidal wave at all, Ruler just has to hop away, Gale Force, and force them to fight you. As Ruler over the wall here, he is doing a nice amount of chip damage already. Deft essentially doing the majority of the damage here on this one. The barrel not going to land onto anyone. The cannon barrage is coming out as Deft kind of in the middle here. They're looking for the fight as Toby's just going to be first 100 to 0 in the polymorph. Unbelievable the damage that DRX have right now as the rest of Gen.G have to just flash away. Lehens is alive again. There's very short kill timers at this point in time, but you can see DRX, they're just going to start this again.
Doran TP. Does he have the time?
I mean, he's running out of it. I mean, I'm not sure really what this is going to do for him, as again the barrel is denied. No damage comes in, as in goes the Hecarim, and the polymorph just gets so much value. It is insane. As Ruler, he's going to be slowed up, and he nearly dies. The Baron goes down, and Ruler should be going down here eventually, as down he will go. The artillery comes in, as Lehens will follow the same fate. That is going to be DRX just still behind on gold. It doesn't matter. Engage opportunities. You can protect the Kog'Maw. Oh, that's just going to be GP dead. Nicely done there by DRX. However, they got it done. Looks like maybe Pyosik got a kick. Not really sure. He doesn't have flash. So it's now Deft. Polymorph is just going to say, like, no, you don't get to do anything. You just don't get to do anything, as Pyosik decides, yeah, I'm just, I'm zoning, guys.
Well,
yeah. I don't think it matters, though, because Deft is still alive, and he still has the supports. He's flashing under the turret! He doesn't care about your turret. He doesn't care about what damage you have. He has Seraphine, and he has Lulu.
Get him! Oh,
Jeez.
Man. Cam Tank empowered gaming of Peanuts. Peanuts dead.
Yeah,
Peanuts very dead.
Ankar comes in, he's dead.
No, he's dead. Yeah, there's no way. Yeah, I hope we don't get a
No.
Doran, no.
He's so fast! He's so fast, he can't get away from him! Not even the gangplank can get away from this pick. It is so disgusting. This is insane. The Draft Kingdom that we are seeing. Gen.G cannot play the game. Certainly does.
Might still be depth photos. Kingen.
Okay, we're just flashing in to the top turret as now Deft is here. He's just waiting. They're just being corralled like sheep under the turret right now. And they say, well, we don't have to do this. Let's calm down a little bit, guys. As Deft has different ideas. He doesn't want to get bubbled, because even with all the supports and everything, even with the chem tank, I'd imagine that he can get burst down. Still, there is some good amount of damage here on the side of Gen.G. Obviously not able to deal with the amount of support that Deft is having, but if he's alone, could be nice. As, yeah, they're just sieging here. They don't have Baron. They don't need Baron, because they have supreme range with this Kog'Maw. And here we go. Peanut is going to just press his buttons, and there you have it. The stopwatch is available, but it is there for the side of Toby, and immediately down goes the Kog'Maw. This is what we've been looking for, as finally they do take him down, but at the end of the day, it is just going to be the Kog'Maw that gets taken out, and Gen.G cannot follow up because their base is in tatters.
Oh, and that's such a good setup there from Gen.G. They're able to find the miracle fight that we've been looking for, but you kill Kog, but Kog is not the only problem in this comp, unfortunately for you, as we discussed previously. Damage from Zeka, from King, and still going to be very relevant. They still pick themselves up the objective.
Oh boy, they have no idea. Here comes Ruler, he's looking for Zeka, as that's going to be the cleanse, though. Ruler is totally fine, but he's not doing damage out of the backline. But it does not matter, because the rest of Gen.G is there, and they are able to burst down the Kog'Maw and the Lee Sin. And Gen.G, they set up the fight. Here comes the rest of DRX, though. They say, you can't do Baron right now. We're going to take down your inhibitors at least. as the damage is really insane onto this objective. They will take down the Baron at least.
That's basically it. Barring, as we saw, Zeka hitting a big ultimate, Pioshik finding a kick, but all of that kind of implies that Lens.
Well, Hens again not in a great spot, and this is what can happen as Nami. It doesn't matter if the tidal wave comes in. He is going to get extremely low, and it's Lee Sin as Shyvana. I mean, he's jumped so many walls. Like, how far does he have to get away from this to actually survive? As you see Pioshik, he's going in for this one. He is going to kill the Nami and trade his life for it. Potentially here, he's buying some time. Okay, he's definitely dead. Meanwhile, Chovy was pushing the top lane, nearly took out a turret by himself. Yeah, not really doing too much damage either is Death. He has to frontline. They've been so good about taking down those barrels, by the way, but this is the damage. This is the damage coming out from Gen G as now a big engage comes in. They find the front line, and Zeka is going to be taken down. Gen G take the fight on their terms. They get the burst damage in first. Peanut's there to follow up. And again, another fight where Deft just doesn't really get to do damage. They don't get to fight 5v5, and Gen G are just outplaying them now.
Deft doesn't get to auto in that fight at all.
Calling for to push in the bottom lane, essentially, and push with 2 lanes here. As the calling comes out, Death nearly dies, and Beryl is going to go down in the end, but a huge encore. Can they do anything with it is the question. The answer is absolutely not. They just don't really have a front line. They don't have a way now for Death to do real damage, and the Nexus is just dead. They're just killing the turrets. They're just killing the objectives, and they will take the game somehow. So I feel like this might be the first time I've really seen a graph where 2 players have over 1,000 DPM. It's probably incorrect. I mean, we've had so many games.
Oh no.
Ooh.
Oh no. Oh, Peanut.
The Lee Sin counter. Skarner!
Oh!
Wait! It's Skarner! The Scorpion himself! He is on the rift again! And here we go, as we hop onto the rift here for game number 2. I wonder how DRX feel.
And particularly in solo queue, this can be quite good, as there was a lot more skirmishing, as it was in fact Pioshik himself that played this against Johan.
Revenge for
people.
Johan! Oh wait,
Yeah.
no, Johan won that game.
Scuttle spawning.
Peanut just gonna spot Pioshik. They see each other. Bit of a 3v3 on the bottom side. Ruler is gonna get Gravitum down. That's a handshake back into the Gravitum of Deft as he flashes forward, and he's just perma-slowed. Ruler can't get away. It's first blood given over to Deft on the Aphelios. That is massive, as at least Peanut is able to pick up the Rift Sculler at least, but still first blood is given over to Deft.
As Wave stacked here. Very, very unfortunate position for Deft and Beryl. They need to get the clear, but they're not getting it.
They're not getting it. Peanut's like, who should I select to give over to Ruler? As it's not Cho'Gath. He doesn't make the nom-nom noises, but you know he was feeling it anyway, as that was a free kill given over. Zeka had his flashback. He might as well just pick up the free kill on the bottom side.
I don't know the exact specifications of it, but basically it's one of Skarner's people, and he's the last.
Doran is just in the thick of things. He is going to flash away. He's got Mega Gnar here as well, but no Gnar ultimate as he used it in the lane. There's the wallop. He's trying to get away here, but it's not quite enough damage. Second he walked up to the lane, looks like he was definitely dead. Unfortunately, they might just use this down in the bottom side again. Peanut is here. He's looking for that play. He doesn't have flash, so he'll just accept the kill onto Beryl and say, well, we can take down the turret and all 5 plates instead. No reason to try to die for death. You're not really going to do much against that. As here we go. Now we have the roots coming down. The encore is going to hit the Nami, but the front line is huge. Berserk comes out and hits a lot, but the tidal wave is even bigger. A massive Infernum does hit that back line, and the Nami is quite squishy, and it will just be the 1-for-1, but that is a kill traded to each 80 carry on both sides. Just trying to skirmish here and stop the Rift Herald from going in. That's the pull onto Pyosik. The encore is huge, though, as Pyosik will get away. The hostile takeover is big as well, but look at where the damage is going. It's actually Gen G that are chipping away these health bars, as Toby will get away very low on health, but Ruler just doing way too much damage in this fight. He is going to push everybody back on low health, and now Gen G should be able to take this Cloud Drain.
I don't think King and Depths are really in a position to get a lot of damage going.
And looking for the solo here. He's going to miss that second barrel, as now Kingen is following up here, and this is a Gwen we're talking about. The snip comes in a second time, and Doran is looking for another hop, but he does not have it. Kingen with the lower cooldowns will be able to survive and eventually pick up a solo kill himself.
But you're gonna have to do that like 2 or 3 more times for it to really be a problem. I think that Doran felt with the 4-stack Q being used and him having Mega, he had an angle, but it's Gwen with Riftmaker, so...
Yeah, I mean, he's calling like, oh. Meanwhile, in live, Ruler just double kills them. He just takes lives. I mean, he didn't even have to flash. Peanut still has Impale. He just took 2 kills by himself, alone.
Yeah,
and now
makes a little bit of sense, but if you know you're not going to pick Lucian, don't do that. Don't give Ruler Lucian, because look at that. What do you do?
What?
There wasn't even anyone else involved. It was just him.
Yep. Got him. I mean, he just, like, that's just not fair. It's now Chovy who's going to hop away. Peanut says, oh, I'm going for the Lee Sin again. Okay, actually going to get enough damage to take him down. Looks like maybe smote him there at the very end is Lucian. Ruler wants more kills. You know, 7 is just really not enough, as by himself he does 85% health to the side of Deft. As now we've got everybody getting into the mix here. Chovy even just split pushing. He's like, nah, you know what? I'm just going to play BBE.
No, the as much as I like Enchanters and having a 2-0 Gwen is very nice. Wait, they get a free Peanut.
Okay. Yeah, nice little kick does come in, but Peanut is extremely tanky. Oh, that's 1,000 gold over to Pyosik. And that's with 50 seconds until the Cloud Soul is going to be available. Is Peanut looking for a bit more, but Handshake does come in. Teleport available. And now Gen G, Chovy's going forward. He's like, yeah, let's fight. We don't need Ruler. Let me prove that Chovy rules too. As the hostile takeover comes in, the rest of the team cannot join, but the Needles are getting a really nice chunk of damage in, as the rest of them trying to get in. That is a massive dodge from Doran. He made that look so easy. But I'll tell you guys, that was not easy, especially as he goes into Meganar. And yeah, just gonna sidle his way out of this one. Wallop comes in, Handshake misses, just throwing out boulders.
Okay.
Doesn't give a damn,
DRX.
and now Ruler is back, so...
Yeah.
It's not really an option. Like, just don't even consider it. As, let's see what Gen G can get going with their relatively low range. It's kind of hard for them. They do have Peanut inside the base, though. So that's one way to kind of push them off of the turret.
Look at him go!
Yeah, he's going in. Not going to get Deft, as Deft will have to flash. And Skarner is incredibly tanky, as all the teamfight ultimates are coming out here. Ruler will survive those. Barrel has to flash away from this one. But now we have Peanut down. He did his job, though. What is that damage? He just collected Pyosik's soul, as no longer will the jungler survive in this one. Now we have teleport down to the bottom side, as it looks like Gen G might have just broke open the base. Down will go the inhibitor. Ruler still frontlining with the Nami right behind him, as that should be 2 inhibitors, as maybe they will go for more. As they're looking for Depth, that's just going to be the end of him. No takedown for him either. As now Chovy's just got a hostile takeover, trying to bring in more zoning for Ruler to pick up more kills and do even more insane damage. How is he just 4-tapping people? It is just not fair. That is going to be the end of this game right before 30 minutes, as Ruler essentially just took it into his own hands. Yeah, Ruler rules.
Ruler rules. That's the lesson of today. Fun that Peanut brought back the Skarner. You know, great on him. That was fun. It's very entertaining.
Thank you very much, guys. This is Jason for the Roller Solo POG interview, joined by Subin, our beautiful host of the LCK. Congratulations on a clean 2-0 victory. You guys are the first team to hit 7 wins here in the LCK summer. It was a very rough game and series, but I'm happy that we were able to actually make a 2-0 victory. And also, you won POG back-to-back, especially in Game 2. You got 13 out of 13 POG votes. We've seen a lot of solo POG so far. I was not expecting POG for Game 2, so I was also kind of surprised that I actually got the POG for Game 2. Because I got fed thanks to Skarner's early gank. So I thought Peanut was going to win the POG for Game 2. However, your performance on that Lucian was just so explosive that everyone had to vote for you. So we had first pick Seraphine from DRX, and then they completed Kog'Maw Lulu comp for Deft and his support. So how did Genji react to their comp? So when we were preparing for the draft on the red side, we knew that when we lock in Lucian and Nami together, it's gonna be 100% Kog'Maw Lulu as a counter. So we were like, let's just hold on, let's just trying to play out the lane and see how it goes out. And yeah, so the matchup was something we expected, so it was not that too bad. Just like you said, well, Genji was not having a good time early on. How did you guys manage to come back? So in the end, Kog'Maw always has to rely on that flash summoner spell. So if we find one single play that can force his flash out, we'll be able to close out the game and get the win. So we were looking for that angle throughout the entire game. Do you remember the Elder fight? Let's take a look at this replay together. It was actually you opening this team fight as an AD carry. What was in your mind? I was looking at the opponent's position, and then Kog'Maw and Lulu were actually split. So I was telling Lians that I'm gonna flank, give me E, and I will be able to just go in. And thanks to that, Genji was able to completely turn the table around. Well, we all know that Lucian is really strong in lane and early game, but we never knew that this Lucian can just carry the late game as well. You had more than 1,000 DPM in game number 1. We didn't see too many ruler Lucian so far. Were you practicing on that? I mean, I've been practicing Lucian always, but I was always fully ready to try that on stage. So you guys played Lucian Nami comp for 2 games in a row. Even though you were able to pop off on that pick, well, DRX managed to, or decided to let it through one more time. I think they kind of prepared a strategy into it, maybe Seraphine. I don't know too much about it, but yeah, maybe I guess they were ready to counter it with their strategy. And we had Skarner from Peanut after more than a year, and we were so curious to find out why did that pick came through this time around. Was that from Peanut, or was that something from the coaching staff? So Peanut was trying to give us or share us some options what we can choose for the second rotation of the pick, and one of them was Skarner, and we thought, yeah, Skarner sounds like a good idea, so we wanted to give it a go. I think Peanut definitely had some good ideas, and we were able to play really well together with that pick. And speaking of Seraphine, a pick that you mentioned earlier, this champion is now on top of the tier list, but Genji decided to actually always allow the opponent to take that pick. I mean, we did consider banning it, but there were so many other picks where we had to ban for sure, so we had to just let it through, and we decided to just play against it. Your next opponent will be Live Sandbox. This team is on a 5-match winning streak. They're doing great. They have a very explosive playstyle and performance, so I hope to have a good match together and bring a lot of joy for the fans. And this is the end of the interview from Ruler, and back to the endless carpet space. Thank you.